Welcome back, Zip Nation. And I tell you what, the airwaves are buzzing here in Akron, and we've got a big one for you here because the Zips are fresh off of yet another bowl appearance and a victory in the New Mexico Bowl. And we're going to find out here now whether the question is, have we climbed high enough to break out of the MAC and get into conference realignment, or are we sticking around for another one to once more fight from this small pond? Either way, this offseason sets the stage with recruiting. See if we can grow in prestige, build the program investments, all on the line here. We've got to try to keep moving on up. Then it's time to roll straight into Season 7. We're going to play through Season 7 here. Coach Taylor's going to see what he can get cooking, see if we can build off of this 8-5 record and grow some more because historically we are doing fine. But, 3 really good wins and good seasons in a row. But at some point, we need to build off of this and increase this prestige, get these players even better, and try to challenge Ohio State to become the real Ohio power. So let's see what we've got in store here. And speaking of that Ohio State team, we're going to find out. I haven't been checking to see if they're into the national championship or not. But, and lo and behold, they were. And they won yet again. We can't. Man, number 5, Ohio State, they win again. And we are left on the outside, but we finished 79th. Our AD likes us, increased by 5 his opinion of us. We have a fan base remaining at C. Coach integrity, we did lose a big one. We gained 5 overall, but Sergio Ratliff, we saw what he can do for us being a sophomore as well. So close to getting him up there. That could come back to bite us because he would have been a dangerous player. I think he's going to end up leaving now. But we're going to find out here as we get into the offseason, see what we've got going on. We have yet another badge we can do. We've leveled up again. We're going to add it to our training. And then we have to figure out what do we want to do. We could do a miracle worker to shorten injuries. That could be interesting. Running back developer, 7%. Offensive line developer. That's what I want. I want to get these guys up and running. Now, the offensive coordinator gets a new one. He's already maxed out on offense. His training's pretty decent, so we're going to add another one to recruiting because recruiting is our weak spot. We just don't have what we need. We could do the Great Wall to increase his offensive line protection, strength for running backs and goal line positions, accuracy and strength for a QB whisperer. That one. That may be what we need. That accuracy and everything could be very good. Let's add that. And let's check out our defensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator does not get anything. He did gain some experience there with the wins and winning against the rival. But he's already pretty much maxed out. He doesn't have too much more, just 2 more levels to go. They'll both go straight into recruiting. And, I mean, he's going to be fantastic for somebody who hires him away from us, I'm sure. I don't think it can happen this time. I believe we've got them under another year where we are locked in. That is the case, so at least we have them for 1 more year. We are still under this one, so we're going to just keep at that contract and move along. So we have offers from Kansas State, Arizona, 6-star prestige. Some people want us. It's nice to be wanted. But we are staying in Akron with our current contract. We might renegotiate next season. We'll find out. We are going to also have to retain our coach here. He's 56 now. They are getting up there in age. And he's 53. They've been with us for the whole time, which is really impressive and surprising. We're going to keep everything the same here. No reason to change that. The players leaving, that's going to be an issue because I don't think we're going to be able to keep some of them. We do have a 3rd-round projection, a 1st-round projection for Maddox Carlisle. Congratulations. Staying that extra year could help him. 5th-round projection. We've got some guys who are projected to leave, and that's going to leave us with some gaps. But we've got some good players that are going to be around as well. If we can keep them. If we can keep them. And now we get to find out that I'm sure Sergio Ratliff is probably going to go, and he could have been our star receiver this time with all that speed and a star return man as well probably. But instead we're going to have to probably find out that he's going to go because we could not meet that. Yeah, he's wanting to transfer. I don't think we're going to get him. So let's see. As far as QB goes, we have plenty of scholarships, so we don't need to worry about that. What we do need to think about is who we want to be our quarterback next season. Oh, Diego Barrett, 89 strength, 62 IQ. Much better IQ here with Daniel Waller and Jeffrey Kaiser. I don't think we're not going to convince him to stay. We're just going to let Diego Barrett go. We're going to let Waller and Kaiser, and then Tyler Daly back here, the freshman. He'll be redshirted. He's going to get a chance to actually improve as well. We're taking a step back on quarterback, but that's okay. We need the running backs more than anything. No one here. We got a new recruit coming in, but our running backs are really, this is the worst crap we've had for a very long time. That's what we're going to be hitting the transfer portal to. Unfortunately, Sergio Ratliff is going to be leaving us and all of his speed. Tristan Youngblood does not have quite the speed. We've got 3 new recruits coming in. We've got lots of receivers back here. He's an A-plus potential. We will get you 25 targets. That's going to be our goal. I think he can get that, especially if he's A-plus potential. He could leapfrog some of these guys and get those and keep him there. Tight end, we're still thin there. We do have our JUCO player. We are going to have to convince him to say, you will get targets, sir. Gerald, you are going to be there. No one wants to leave the offensive line. We've got some good players coming back too who are redshirt juniors. Ahmed Matthews and Tyler Bonner, they're both going to be solid for us at the kicking position. Nobody wants to leave on the defensive line, thankfully, because that's really thin. Linebackers, no one's leaving. We got our all-conference player coming back. Same with cornerback. I don't think we're going to keep Ingram. He's projected to be 5th on the depth chart. He costs us quite a bit of money. He's not going to end up playing in 40% of the snaps. He only got 24% this time. And there's 4 guys already better and younger than him, with others chomping at the bit to go up there. So we're going to let him go. And at safety, no one wants to leave. So that's good to find out. So we are going to lose 3 players. That's going to give us plenty of scholarships to work from. We're not going to use them all probably. We don't have too many coming now. Let's see if Maddox Carlisle is going to go in the first round or not. Didn't exactly have the most prolific career in college, but he does have the build. He's got the appearance, apparently. So as far as the pro draft, we have 3 players selected. He went number 12 overall. Caleb Teague went in the 3rd round, and Bruce Fulton in the 4th round. Our 2-time all-conference player with 90 pancakes in 56 games. Not the most impressive here, Maddox, but I hope you have a good career. He turned into a stellar quarterback. If we had the team around him, I think he would have done much better. As far as the transfer portal, there are going to be some good players out there. Hall of Fame, anybody entering the Hall of Fame? Not for us. Ring of Honor, no one gets in. No Teague or anything. Wow. I'm surprised there. Maddox Carlisle has all the passing records. Jackson Ackerman and for defense. Carlisle again. So that's what we've got. And now it's time for the offseason recruiting. So I'll get through that, and then we'll see our program grow. So and see who we can get. We've got only a few commitments as of right now. Right now we have not a lot. 8 of them are committed, and none of them are amazing players. We do have one more who should be committing to us, a quarterback, which is going to be kind of nice to have, but we don't need a quarterback. We need offensive linemen, and we need some running backs and some defense. We need all of those that we can get. So I've got my work cut out for us, but we're going to hit the road. We're going to see who we can bring in and hopefully build a team that's going to be competitive for next year. Signing day is upon us, and let's see what Coach Taylor has cooked up, if anything, in the transfer portal. We had more money. We had a lot of people interested, but again, not enough money to compete with everything we needed for the big names. So this is offensive lineman out of high school. We missed out. We should get this quarterback. Yeah, there we go. We're going to miss these other 2. I knew that. So now we have our A- potential out of Michigan State. We did do a last-minute pitch. Not enough, man. They just were really going after it. they also offered some new NIL money, which I did not expect them to do that, unfortunately. We are going to lose out on that one. We didn't offer anything to Nathan Leonard, the IU quarterback. Fabian Moses, we did go in after this guy, get another running back with A potential. He's got some speed, so I'm hoping he'll be serviceable. We do need that defensive line we need as well, and we did win that one. We're going to lose on this running back. He was a little too expensive for us. Would have been nice to have got him, but we weren't going to be able to afford him. This is one we were going for. Vincent Landry from our rival from Ohio State, a freshman who probably will be a redshirt freshman for it. 85 IQ, 86 strength, 76 accuracy. We went big on him. And we were able to get him 242 points above Eastern Michigan. $3 million NIL deal, was able to win it over. He had $5 million on the table at the other two. He wanted to go to us from day one. We're going to bring him over. A Michigan man going to Ohio State, interestingly enough, and now coming over to Akron. So that's big news. We missed out on an actual Michigan man there. And now we have Bobby Bryant was one. We're going to miss out. We didn't get any money in on him. Offensive line, we were going for these, trying to get this a stud from Penn State, and we missed out by 150 points. We put all we could into him, 750,000. Wasn't enough. Here's another running back we were trying to get. We did get this one, a 75 overall to start. He's evasive. He's not quite quick as fast, but he is a redshirt sophomore. He's got A-plus potential. He's going to be able to step right in. This tight end we were going for as well, but as you can see, it's going to be a close race, and we lost by 95 points. 850,000 was not enough. FIU came in and we outdid Georgia, but it was not enough. Many of these we weren't able to go for. We were able to go after this defensive lineman, who again is another stud, and we were able to get him from Bowling Green and Kent State and Toledo, a bunch of rivals in state. 770,000 was enough. He's going to be a big-time player for us. We're not going to get this quarterback. We didn't go for him. Same for the linebacker. We did try for this one, but I don't think we're going to get him. Yeah, too far away. This was the last one we had a shot at, another offensive lineman. Unfortunately, we were able to get either one of them. That's too bad, and we missed out on them. So not the best transfer portal for us. We did bring in a quarterback and a running back, defensive line, another running back, and two defensive linemen, but a small recruiting class. I don't know how well that's going to go for us. I know we're going to be ranked, and look at that, Ohio State's number 1. We're going to be down near the bottom, 134. We just don't have the number of recruits, so it makes sense that we're not going to get those points. As far as prestige, unfortunately, we actually regressed a little bit, so we're staying at level 4. That's not what I wanted to see. We're at 9 million still. We got to resolve the debt. We have lots of money. Let's cover the maintenance first off. And then we're going to see, we can get up to level 8 on facilities. That is 18 million to get to level 4. Marketing would cost us 16 million. College life would cost us 5 million to get, we're already at level 8. We can't get up there. And facilities, we could get to level 8. I think we're going to do that. Now we got C+ facilities, so 10% bonus for development in the offseason. We really have to focus on that, I believe. 2 for preseason trainings, 35 scout percent for recruit camp visits, so still haven't increased our preseason trainings, but now let's add $1 million to everything else. And I think the best one to add the rest of this money to will probably be academics. If we can get this up a little bit to get ourselves better coach experience gains, or as we get new coordinators, that's going to be an important thing for us. Now we get to find out booster updates and then realignment. Hopefully we'll get to be moving out of the MAC. I don't think that's going to be the case. We are probably going to stay stuck back here. We have no new boosters, but we didn't lose any either, so that's good news for us. Now the big question, are we going to be able to realign? Unfortunately, we do not. I want to try a new one. Whoa, what is going on here? So SEC is going to lose 2. Big Ten, the MAC's going to gain 2 and lose 2. Syracuse and Western Kentucky, while Miami of Ohio and Eastern Michigan are leaving. Arkansas and Mississippi State are leaving the SEC. IU and Northwestern from Okay. Pac-12 is gaining quite a few. Conference USA gained a lot. Northwestern dropped all the way down to Conference USA. IU's joining the Mountain West. So we are better than some teams. The ones moving up were Western Kentucky, jumping from Conference USA to the MAC with us. UNLV and Miami of Ohio moved up to the Pac-12. They were a 5-star. We couldn't quite get there. Liberty, Conference USA to ACC, Air Force Mountain West to the Big 12, and ACC to the Big 12 for Notre Dame. As far as new league structures, where are we at in the MAC? We're going to be with Western Kentucky, Ohio, Kent State, Bowling Green, and Ball State. So this is one we're at the point now I expect us to start getting to that championship game pretty much every season. If not, that's going to be disappointing because we have built up quite the abilities here. So let's see. What do we have to fulfill by when? By 20, 34, 35, and 36. So let's go ahead and knock off Louisiana Tech. We could go ahead and get rid of Ohio State. I think we're going to eliminate them from this one. Try to get something that will get us an extra win to help us with prestige. Let's go with Navy out of the American Conference. How did they do? They run that option. Navy was 7-7, 85th. I think that will be a nice one. So we're going to open up against 2-star Louisiana Tech. That's not going to tell us what, but we actually opened the conference with Buffalo, which is unique. We usually close with them. Now we get Syracuse as well. And the other new one, Western Kentucky. They were 10-4 last season, 7-2 in their conference. So we have only 4 home games, which is disappointing. But we're going to pick up $1 million there. We're going to clean 2 contracts off the books with both of these. Then we could just do Troy actually now too. Let's go ahead and do Troy. No, we can't. Okay. They're not available during that one. So we will just go with that and see as we get ready for the new year. Let's jump in and prepare ourselves for season 7. It is time to check in on the off-season games, which is an important part for our program and why we're investing in facilities. And Joel Sullivan here had some massive games. So let's check our quarterback. The recruit that we brought in from Ohio State was +7. He is looking good. Look at that arm strength, 96, 93 IQ, 80 accuracy. Daniel Waller at 93 IQ as well. He's a solid backup if we do happen to have an injury. And I already like where our freshman is looking. Asher Barron has some potential there. Running backs, we are thinner. We need to do a better job of bringing in some recruits. The good thing is I think Fabian Moses over time, Troy Ray over time. These are guys who have potential by the time they get to junior year. They will be better than what we currently have at junior year, I would imagine, and I hope. Wide receivers, we do have 3 really good wide receivers for our man to throw to. Mr. Youngblood might get the ball a little bit. Problem is our depth is not as great. We don't have as much coming up that have experience. Tight ends, it's still a lacking point. We're a little bit more complete there. Offensive line, we have a much better offensive line. Most are seniors outside of our sophomore, Alexis McDowell. He is ready to go with the pass blocking. But Joel Sullivan is going to lead the way with 97 run blocking. We have 101 pass blocking, 100 run blocking. We have some big-time players, and then it drops off like a rock. So this is a lot of potential, but we're going to be just like in the low 70s next season when all these guys leave. That's a little concerning. Kicker-wise, we're doing just fine. Not the best in accuracy. As a freshman, we can train that up in the offseason, get him some training. Defensive line's looking where we've got 3 good ones, and since we run the 3-4, that's not the worst thing. There are a couple juniors as well, but again, lots of upperclassmen. Our recruiting has lacked the last couple years. I think it's going to be important that I go back into what we were doing, getting these high potential players, loading them up, and then not worrying about the transfer portal as much and just using that NIL money to get 3 or 4 really good recruits. Instead, cornerbacks are looking good and safeties are looking good. So the potential is here to have a good season, especially maybe saying the max is going to be a good thing. But we have the ability. I think we're going to go with we have the quarterback. We could try passing first. We'll try pass first this time. We're going to have a balanced. Yeah, we're going to mix things up a little bit. Instead of being run first, we're going to go with what the coordinator wants to do, and that is pass first. And hopefully this works out for us. The roster, the quarterback plays way better than the rushing. So we brought him in, and we're going to see what he can do. So it's time for some training and recruiting. So I'll get the recruiting set up, get that training set up, and then we'll be ready to jump into week 1 and see what Coach Taylor has in plan for this 2031 season. And if we can continue to build and grow and get our prestige up and challenge Ohio State as the dominant power in Ohio, and hopefully start to get closer to maybe getting some national recognition with some new, possibly breaking into the rankings. And here we are. Preseason is ready to go. We are done. We've wrapped up the summer recruiting and the training. Our AD Phoenix King, he loves us at the moment. 93 opinion. He wants us to win at least 7 games or win the division, and I think we can do both of those. So let's check out our boosters. Front 7, win against Ohio for $1.875 million. We can do that. We can beat them. Pass defense, win 10-plus games. Okay. That's a big payday if we do have a single player receive 720 receiving yards. I don't know that we'll do that, but I do think we could pass for 23 touchdowns. Hold opponents less than 175 rushing yards. We can do that. Let's swap this over to the 23 passing touchdowns. I think we might spread it around more than they think. So we start off with Louisiana Tech, then Buffalo. Syracuse is going to be a tough one. They've dropped down into our conference. No one else looks overly amazing when we look at their offensive and defensive talent. Outside of Ohio, they're the only other ones in the 80s. Buffalo's got some there, so this could definitely be a 10-win team. What are we at? 83 and 82. Very good. We've got a lot of potential here, as is usually the case. So hopefully that means we're going to be able to capitalize that. And we are getting ready for week 1. We do need to look at the recruiting board, though. Get rid of some of the ones who we don't need to come in. I know we could have got the bonus later on with him, but I'm going to try to see if we can bring him in early. We're going to be a little pickier again. So C minus 63. If it weren't for the fact that he's a tight end, we wouldn't offer him anything, but we do need the tight ends. A C. I don't think we win this battle. Their pitch is so much better than ours. We're just going to remove him. Got a C offensive lineman here. Again, not that great, but we could win that battle. Let's keep these things going. B, B minus, C minus, but he is a 72 overall to start. He's a kicker. Nobody else is really going to go for him, I hope. C, will take him. I'd like to get at least B's, but C's get degrees, and they're going to get us playing. We're going to get depth with those C's. We're going to let the D's go, though. B minus. So we have thinned out. We got a Jim right here. He's not as interested in us, but hopefully we can bring him along. We're going to redo some of this. We need to scout. Nope, he's a D minus. So we're going to let him go. Here's another one that we can maybe bring along. C will take F. No. The reason why I start just from the beginning with the scheduling the visits, I don't want to have conflicts like we had earlier where it could have been a minus, and I want to be able to bring everybody in that's possible. Let's see, D minus, he's gone. Everybody else I'm happy with. I think everybody else we'll definitely commit to going for. We'll try to find others throughout the way. We've got at least everybody, every position. We've got something coming along. We could use some more than linebackers and linemen. We'll work on that in the upcoming weeks to see who's out there and see who's available for us, because we will need quite a few defensive linemen and linebackers. We may have gotten rid of too many people, but let's sort this by potential, and we are going to start to knock off some of these that we don't. So he is not as essential right here. This is one we can just target. Again, just target him. Then we've got some B minuses we definitely want to still go for. If there's anybody that nobody else is going for, that would be nice. But it looks like all of our recruits are people of interest for others, except for this guy. He's a B plus, 58 overall. Ohio's kind of going for him, so we don't need to worry too much about him, I don't think. We do need to try to get some of these guys going. Let's go after this gem of a player. And we will go after, we have the linebacker already going for this gem. Let's go for him with the tight end. Okay, so there we go. And now that means when we take a look at our depth chart, we've got our quarterback ready to go, Vincent Landry. Not the best as far as running backs. We're just going to let them all do their things. Levi Edmonds, Michael Lacani. We've got some speed there with Lacani. Tristan Youngblood, we're just going to, again, not worry about too many workhorses as far as that go until we get to our offensive line. Joel Sullivan, he's a workhorse. Just like Javon Dempsey's going to be on the defensive line. And Lincoln Nava in the linebacker role. We've got two workhorse cornerbacks. They are our every down guys. And Rex Holland, as well as Jude, who are going to be, for them, the kicker. Punter, we'll let Tyler do that one. And then our return specialist, Michael Akani, with his 97 speed. So let's see what we have against Louisiana Tech here. Let's start with the practice focus. They are a pass first, so we're going to try to limit that. We're going to focus on our offense. It's going to be a brand new system that we have going as far as that goes. We still have the balanced playbook, but we've not tried this pass first ever. We're ranked 68th to start, so we do have some tailwinds going for us. We are 11.5-point favorites. We beat them a whopping 9-3 several years ago. I would expect a higher scoring game this time around. We have the talent. We've been here 7 years now with our coordinators. So let's see how things go with this new, potentially passing offense. We're going to start with the ball, too. We want to set the tone. Let's see what passing does. Oh, wow. Levi Edmonds, 16 yards right off the bat. 8 yards scramble from Landry. And then Hartley gets the 2-yard rush and then a 16-yard rush. Opening that up. We are not going to do a bubble screen. Let's try a flanker curl. There we go. Raymond Kidd with an 8-yard pass reception. Rankin with 20-yard rush. And now Miles. Oh, we are right there. And Landry with a 2-yard QB sneak gets us on the board for the first touchdown of the season. Not just marching down, but flying down the field. And then we get sacked a few times. And unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. We're going to have to punt that second one away. We are giving a little bit more leeway to the coach, our coordinator, to call the plays here some. Because I think, he's going to, we trust him. And he's got a heck of a quarterback here to work with. Now, see, but there, he's not wanting to actually. Hey, there we go. Charles Miles, 23-yard pass from Vincent Landry. We do have a guy who can throw the ball, and he's got several receivers to get the ball to. Oh, that gets us so close. First and goal, second and goal. Now we're going to have to change it. And oh my goodness, and they held us to a field goal. And they are right knocking on the door, and they do get in there with a 10-yard pass. So let's see if we can recover and come back down the bubble screen. I don't know why I let the coach call that. That never seems to work. And now they are dominating, and they've tied it up. All right, we've got to get something going. Let's try a deep shot. It worked for us whenever we had our speedster. 2nd and 9. We're not doing the bubble screen. We will try the halfback stretch, though. There we go. Rankin, 9-yard rush, 17-yard rush, a little play action pass, 20-yard pass to Tristan Youngblood. That's one of his 25 targets. The RPO, Blunt gets stopped, inside cross. There we go. Pierce Hayes, first QB pass for a touchdown that we've had, and that will be the first of hopefully many this season. We are not going to do the stretch play. We're going to try to score here. 1st and 10. Not the Hail Mary yet. We're going to try the Z shallow cross. There we go. 12-yard pass. We're getting there. 2 timeouts still. 1 more timeout called. Let's try a medium pass. And I like the idea of Texas. 2nd and 2. Landry scrambles for 10 yards. 41-yard field goal by Ahmad Matthews is good. Gets us a 10-point lead going into the half. So it's already been a much more higher scoring affair than the last time we met them, when it was that 9-3. Let's try to get back into the running game a little bit. 1st and 10. Rankin there's zone weak. Works a little bit. That takes a little bit of pressure off of us. I was hoping. Actually, let's line up and let's audible. Let's try the deep attack. 3rd and 6 doesn't work. We do have them pinned in, but now they are breaking free and marching down the field. 1st and 10, 27-yard pass. And now it is a 3-point game. But there we go. Michael Lacani with a 102-yard touchdown return. Getting us on the board. Big one for us there. Getting it right back. Of course, now they are marching right down, but there they go. Punting away. We've got the ball. We're going to try throwing it. Does not work. But the 10-yard rush by Hartley does. I think that means we need to try to keep the ball on the ground a little bit. Hartley with another 10-yard rush. Little play action doesn't work either. The strong flood is not going to go our way. So a slants over the middle. 9-yard pass from Landry. Let's go with our fullback dive at 4th and 1 at midfield. And it works. Eli Blunt, 7-yard rush. 16-yard pass. 8 yards picked up there. I want to get the tight end attack. Doesn't work, but our sweep play doesn't either. And we missed the 39-yard field goal. So with 11 minutes left, we were able to hold them, thankfully. Let's keep the ball on the ground a little bit, see what we can do here. Whoa, there we go. Hartley, 37-yard rush. Now we're on the 2-yard line, and Rankin punches it in for a 2-yard run. We're up 34-17. Should have that in the bag. We're in the chew clock phase, and we are running the ball. Quick slants, Malone there, 8-yard pass. Let's just try a deep shot, see what we can do. And it worked, 34-yard pass reception. Now they're calling timeouts. I do want to try to get another touchdown pass. It's getting a little greedy, but there we go. Lacani, 6-yard pass. That may be greedy, but we need that booster. They do come back 41-24. But there we go. In the rushing yards, we held them at 184, so they're above the average we're aiming for. 262 pass yards, 257 rush yards. That's the most balanced we've ever been. Sacked 3 times. That's a little concerning. 2 touchdown passes. Very efficient. 2 running backs averaging 7 yards a carry. That is a big win for us to kick off the season. 41-24. Hopefully things go our way this year. We'll be back for the Ball State game to see how the season's progressing and if we can beat our rivals. Well, I know I said we'd be back for the Ball State game, but a grad assistant forgot to hit record on the game film, so that's okay. We didn't miss much as we won a whopping 44-10 over our rival. I don't know how they're really a rival anymore. But we, just to recap where we're at the season, after the Louisiana Tech win, we then defeated Buffalo and the newly MAC side of Syracuse, who offensively and defensively are strong. We were able to defeat them, but we lost by 1 to our non-conference opponent from the American North, Texas. But then bounced back strong against Ball State, so now we're going up against the 4-1 Central Michigan Chippewas. They are scoring some points, 37 points per game, which is actually more than us. So they are a top 10 scoring team. When we take a look at the recruiting board at the moment, we haven't lost any. We haven't gained any. We are behind on several of these. Unfortunately, I don't know how much we're going to win on all of these guys because it's not this one now. This one's looking promising. May commit soon, but he's about to go to UC Davis, I believe. If we look at the recruit visits, UC Davis week 11, so it's a ways to go before that. Hopefully we can get some points here, but we don't have a lot of recruits coming our way. This one's looking good. A kicker, though. We don't need that. We've got a little bit of a lead here on a safety. And unfortunately, the gyms, we put a lot of money in on this guy, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to go to Purdue. But we'll get that money back to spend elsewhere, maybe in this one. 200, we're 400 behind, so I don't know that that's going to be enough either. Recruiting's, it's tough for us. We just don't get the recruiting points that these other schools are getting, and so because of that, we're going to go ahead and take that off and try to get something into a tight end here a little bit to try to knock that gap down. We are looking good. We've got some hopefuls. So let's take a quick look to see if there's any out there that we can maybe steal away like we've done several times that are worth getting. A C plus 59 is not going to cut it. Not unless he's a lot better. He's not. So we're not going to do that. And instead, we're going to get ready for Central Michigan and see if we can continue this run that we're on. They are putting up huge numbers. Their rushing yards per game are massive. Our rushing defense has not been good. So we're going to try to stop the run. Opponents past, man, they've been good. Who have they been playing? Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green, Kent State, all teams we're going, but FCS North they got, but against a Toledo team that was undefeated. So this is a team that we've got to be careful for. We've got our tight end back. We had some injuries there. Landry has been amazing for us, except he's getting sacked quite a bit. So that's one concern I have. And we are going to work on slowing the game down a little bit because our defense, as you can see here, our rushing yards per game, that's getting slightly better. Offensively, we've been really, really good. So we need to continue to do that. They've been running the ball fantastically. We are on a 3-game win streak currently against them, but they've been some close games, a 4-pointer and a 5-pointer. We are not going to overlook this team. We want to try to make it 4 straight here. We're going to defer this time. That's become our new thing this season. We feel like we don't need to necessarily run the clock down, but we are still starting with the run plays because I found out from starting with pass plays, and this was what bits with North Texas, is that we just relied too much on the pass, and I don't want that. So a little play action on 2nd and 1, if we can get to those levels, that's what we want to see. So Rankin 4-yard pass, 2nd and 8. We got there again. Man, let's just run the ball on them if we're going to be able to do that kind of stuff. We want a middle pass to the tight end. That didn't work. Cross flood does work. Charles Miles with 24-yard pass. Again, Landry, this Ohio State kid, is proving something. So it's 2nd and 2 on the 7-yard line. Oh, it doesn't work. Let's try that outside run now at 3rd and 4. And we are stopped at a field goal. Big win for the Chippewas on that one, but we get the ball right back, 3 and out. Now we're going to let the coordinator. That's why we don't pass it early. We still find ourselves in trouble. So we're going to take a deep shot at this one. Out wide, doesn't work. Pin them back on their 6-yard line. Oh, they're already breaking through, though. 1st and 10, 1st and 10. Okay, we got the ball back. I like what they're wanting to do here. Keep the ball on the ground for a little bit. 2nd and 8. Let's get a little closer here. Trying the sweep play on 2nd and 8. Doesn't work. 3rd and 9, though. Levi Edmonds is found by Vincent Landry. Successful there. We're going to try a wide receiver quick. That one gets us another 8 by Michael Malone. 2nd and 2, we miss So let's try the fullback dive. That gets us there. Eli Blunt with 9 yards. Oh, and then Michael Lacani with a 46-yard pass from Vincent Landry. There we go, up 10-0 over the Chippewas. And now let's try to milk some clock off of this drive if we can. We get the ball back in the second half, so if we can peel away some of this, that would be ideal. 3rd and 5, we don't peel much off of it. We get the ball back. Now we can go back to trying to use it as normal. Try the tight end under. Find a tight end. Man, he's sacked. Only a 2-yard loss, but still, that's not what we want. But on the play action, Lacani is found for 18 yards. 10 yards for Hartley on the run. Landry keeps it for 14 yards on the option. A little play action boot doesn't get us anywhere, so let's try to go back to the halfback stretch. There we go. Hartley breaks it open for 20 yards. We're going to try a slants over the middle. There we go. Michael Lacani is found by Vincent Landry for 6 yards. We're up 17-0. Oh, and an interception. We've got a minute. We could turn this into another score, potentially. There we go. 13 yards to Tristan Youngblood. Oh, we're getting closer. Malone with oh, it is 1st and goal on the 10. We have 3 timeouts. Let's try a run. Doesn't work. We got 3 yards on it. Let's try the read option at 2nd and goal. Oh, we lost a few yards. We're going to try the tight end attack. I love the idea of the tight end over the middle. It doesn't work, but we do pick up 3 more. 3 points they gifted us, and now we get the ball back in the second half. So we are going to go to chewing the clock. We will still pass the ball a lot, but we're trying to – oh, that didn't work. Chewing the clock got a whole minute off of the clock. We don't want them to come back down the field like this on us. Okay, we held them to a field goal. We are going to open this one off with a deep shot. See if we can find anything. We can't. So back to the ground we go. 3rd and 10 works. Michael Lacani with a 12-yard pass. Let's try the read option on this one. There we go. Landry keeps it for 10 yards. We're going to keep this ball on the ground. Try that zone weak that we like so much. Only gets us 2 yards. But then Landry scrambles for 10. And now we'll try a little RPO. That gets us another 5. The stretch play does lose 2. 3rd and 7. Lacani is found for a 31-yard pass. Those two are finding a nice rhythm, getting us closer and closer. Let's try a little smash digs. Doesn't get it. Play action doesn't get it either. We have to settle for the field goal. Still up 20. Third quarter's almost done, and we just stopped them on the 3 and out. We now got into the 4th quarter. What is something we can try here? Let's try the dagger. Hey, there we go. Lacani, who else? 17 yards. Now let's get the ball back on the ground here. Halfback slam gets us 5, gets us closer. The play action works to Levi Edmonds for 13 yards. The corner route to Michael Malone for 16. Another play action doesn't get us anywhere. So with that, we're going to try the outside zone play. That picks us up 10 for Michael Rankin. And then we go. Raymond Duncan, the tight end, is found for 12 yards, and we're up 30-3. And now we will continue to chew the clock, let the coordinator call what he thinks is best for us, and see what we can get going. Oh, we already have Waller's in, so that means we've got our backups in. We'll take that. 476 yards to their 245. We shut down the rushing attack that's been so vaunted for them. Only 90 yards on the ground. We did not pass the ball as much as we were, but we were efficient, and 3 touchdown passes for Landry. That's what we want to see. And Hartley dominating the ball on the ground there, this redshirt junior, and Rankin both being, I mean, we have 3 redshirt juniors that aren't spectacular, but they're going to be good enough. Lacani's a redshirt junior if we can keep him. We've got an offense outside of the line. The line is our concern for the future. We don't have much there. So with that, that's a big win for us. And I think now, unless we have a big matchup with Toledo, we're going to get to the end of the season and pick up for that last game of the season before we see how this thing wraps up with hopefully a MAC championship title game in the future. So here we go. Cooper Abierta, do we get him? We do get him. B+ tight end potential. That's what we want to see. I don't care about the 59. And we get a B+ offensive lineman, 3-star recruit there. That's 2 good recruits for us. So let's see how this plays out. We got some big division games ahead. And then hopefully when we get back here with either Toledo, if they continue on their route, or Kent State, or Ohio. We'll see. Ohio is going to be a big one, and that's one that we get a big bonus if we win. So we might come back for that one. It's going to be something hopefully that will be a big game for us. We have advanced to our last huge in-state rivalry. Actually, no, it's not our last. 3, 2, 1. Well, we are ready for what might be the biggest game of the season now near the end. So since our last one where we beat Central Michigan, we beat Bowling Green, we squeaked by Western Kentucky, we lost by missing a last-second field goal against Toledo, our last minute. We lost barely. It was a heartbreaker. Ended up winning, coming back to beat Navy in 2 overtimes, and now we're getting ready at 8-2 to go up against 7-3 Ohio. Then hopefully we can get through this one, and then we can beat Kent State before going to a bowl game, actually the MAC championship game. So I wanted to come back for this one. We have some injuries. We've lost one of our receivers, but he was our 4th one, and our 5th one actually. But 2 cornerbacks are now hurt, 2 of our better ones, so that's going to be a problem potentially. But we are ranked 46th going up against the 62nd Ohio Bobcats. We are just, we've already hit our 23 pass touchdowns. I mean, it's crazy what we're able to do throwing the ball. We're doing well on the rushing defense. This could net us 1.875 and actually set us up to get another $7 million basically to increase into our program. As far as updating on recruiting goes, we do have several commitments, 11 commitments, lots of potential. Again, we've gone back to our roots, getting potential. I kind of jumped at this guy because I needed a tight end. I thought he was going to be better than that. He was interested in us, and I forgot to scout him first. So that might be cut. He might be cut later on. But everybody else is pretty solid. This guy, he's a kicker, but he's a 72 to start off, and apparently we're going to need kickers if we can't kick 30-yard field goals when the game's on the line. But this is going to be a big matchup for us. So we are going to continue to work on our passing. Actually, we got to stop their run. We're going to try to stop the run. And so they're rushing. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can't pass it over them. This is going to be a big one for us. So we are favored by 11 points. We've been favored in every game by quite a bit. They get passed on a lot, and we're going to hopefully take advantage of that. They won the first 3 meetings. We've won the last 3 meetings, but they've all been close that we've won for the most part. They beat us by quite a bit on a few of those. So we are looking to win this rivalry matchup. I like that's actually mentioned as a rivalry now. I don't think it used to be do that. It always marks Ball State as ours. But look at this. We have a rowdy crowd. Gives us a home field advantage. So that's exciting. And it's a clear day, partly cloudy. Let's see the defense make us stop right off the bat is what we're hoping for. And we do get the ball back. Well done. But we're going to start it with an outside run. Oh, that's not a good start. And we got an interception off the bat. Not even that deep to make it like a punt either. That's the problem. And they've are on the board. But there we go. Levi Edmonds from Vincent Landry picks up 52 yards, getting us right back in the swing of things. And there we go. Mark Rankin with the 2-yard run. And we are on the board, tied up at 7. The defense is what we need to try to stop that run. But they're passing the ball on us, which is not what we want to see. Let's try to focus our own running game here. And that's not working for us at all. So the tight end attack, this is one of my favorites, and it doesn't work, and we don't even get... Oh, there we go. Nice job sacking them. 4th and 15, we were able to push them back. But we cannot get anything going on offense here. But they just had a 16-yard pass, 5-yard rush. They fumbled the ball, and we got the ball. That's what we wanted to see. A little play-action boot doesn't work, and they have our number. But they fumble the punt return. Can't ask better than that. This is in good position for us now. 3rd and 2. Let's try to keep it on the ground here. See if we can pick it up. Oh, 4th and 1 at the 20. We're going to try to take the field goal. And we do. I want to take the points. I like our defense. I don't know why I like our defense the way it's getting beat up at the moment. Okay, fumble recovered again. Ashton Garner gets that one. So we are causing turnovers. That's good news for us. And then a 13-yard pass to Levi Edmonds. We're running the ball decent. If we can get a running game to go while we have Landry here, that would be unbelievable. Actually, let's go back to a medium pass, and we are going to do the middle slants. Fumbled the ball. Vincent Landry gets sacked. He has been sacked quite a bit. We need to work on the offensive line. And the problem is the offensive line. Oh, they fumbled the ball. The offensive line's going to have a lot of talent leaving it this game or after this season. So we need to be on the lookout on getting some good players in the transfer portal because we're not going to have a lot coming up. 36-yard pass right off the bat. Hartley there with a 3-yard rush. Miles gets 12-yard pass from Landry. Now wide receiver quick. Doesn't work. Why would we do another end around when the last one didn't work? We will try. No, not a sweep. Inside run. We're going to go with the zone weak. That one gets us 4. The hitches get us 9. Landry's making it happen, and then Leonard Hartley runs it in for an 11-yard run, but we missed the extra point. So we're up 9. But stopping them 3 and out right off the bat, we're going to see if we can move the ball down the field. Landry's doing well, scrambling for it. He's not even a fast runner. He's only in the 60s in speed. We are at the 3-yard line, but let's make it a 2-score game. 2-score game for sure. 12 points. We'll take the points. The defense is locking in, but we fumble the punt return. There we go. Look at this. We've got a shot. We are spreading the ball around way more than we ever dreamed of the first few seasons, and it's actually finding success. Charles Miles returned the punt for 61 yards and a touchdown to end the third quarter, basically. We're up 26-7. They have had, 3 or 4 straight 3-and-outs. Things are looking good. A little play action doesn't work. The middle slant doesn't work. We have to punt it away, but interception by Braylon Gross. We're on the 18-yard line. Play action pass gets Miles up there. QB sneak doesn't get in. The dive does get in. Leonard Hartley with a 1-yard run, and I think we've got this one in the bag. Let's just finish this one out. See how it ends up. Moving the ball. Excellent. 424 yards to 222. We stopped their running attempt. 2 yards per rush. Absolutely stomped it into the ground. Landry, no touchdown passes, sacked twice. Again, he's getting sacked way too much. We got to do something to fix that. Edmonds had a big game. Lacani has not. He's been a little quiet the last couple of games for us. Miles, 29 receptions. Edmonds, 53. He is by far the number one go-to guy. Everybody else, he does a good job of spreading the ball around, though. I do like that. 33-7, that's a big one. So now it's time. I'll finish out the season and hopefully be back with the MAC championship game. Well, Coach Taylor has brought his Akron Zips back to the MAC conference game, and we are going up against the number 24 team in the country in UMass. They have been on a run. They lost to San Diego State to start, and then they've just blitzed the MAC competition, beating Hawaii in a non-conference one and Boston College, who's now in the Mountain West, but still an impressive feat nonetheless. They have had their way in the conference, but so have we. We, too, have blitzed our way through the conference outside of the one hiccup against Toledo. So it's going to be interesting and fighting for this, and they're fighting for national recognition, but so are we. We're ranked 41st. We don't have the respect they do. We did get some people back, though. We've got Luis Harris and Emery both ready to go for us at the cornerback spot. So for defensive purposes, we're set there. And when we look at the practice, they run and pass the ball. That's concerning. We're going to try to stop the run here. And they're doing great defensively as well. So we're just going to see if we can pass the ball and see what happens. They have been doing a phenomenal job, and this is going to be the toughest test by far. Look at this, though. We are 7th in points per game in the nation, 26th in the opponent's points per game, 8th in yards, and 20th in yards allowed. I like our chances. It's a pick-em game. We're even as far as talent goes. They've been better defensively. We've been better offensively. 2 mammoth teams going at it. 10 years in the row for UMass. Have we played them before? Well, we've won this game 2 years ago when we showed up in it. We lost last time by 6. We beat them by 29 before that. They beaten us handily as well. So both of us have grown together. You can see they've improved over the time as well. So this is going to be it. We're both trying to reach new heights. We've already locked in all of our booster bonus money. So this is all about trying to get recognition, get our prestige up there, get our pride up there, add another thing to the trophy case. But we got to play some defense first. They're getting the third down and they're breaking through. But we stopped them there, held them to a field goal. Not bad. Try a pass to start. Okay. Laconnie, 11 yards. And then nothing. Let's try the deep shot. Catch him off guard. Okay, kid picks up 11 yards on that one. We're at 3rd and 2, so that's a fullback dive. Oh, 4th and 3. They stopped us. This is a little concerning. They just went right down the field on us. Let's try throwing the ball on them. Okay, now we've got something going. Maybe they haven't faced a passing attack like us. Oh, but it doesn't matter because Landry's intercepted on the 22-yard line, and now we have to play defense, and they are just picking their way through us. And we can't run the ball on them, that's for sure. This could be ugly. Pass the ball, I guess. Try an outside run at 3rd and 2. Can we get through 4th and 4? Okay, well, we finally got some defense going for us. Try to run the ball, get something going. Let's see if we can get a little play action. Doesn't work for us. 2nd and 10, we get a little closer. The draw play does get through for 8 yards. Let's just start to get a little closer, guys. And that's not to be. And we barely get any yards on the punt. Okay, 4:40 left. We've got to make something happen here. 2nd and 1, and we're pushed back. 3rd and 3, and we don't get anything. So now we're going to go with the fullback dive, and we get stopped. If anything, this is showing us we are not in position to go up against the big boys because we are getting it handed to us against UMass. Okay, 2nd half. Can we get something going is the question. Right now, our running attack is absolutely horrible. Passing game's not too great either. There we go. We got to start throwing the ball, I think. That's what we need to do. Try to open them up. 1st and 10. There we go. Continue to press them. Okay, now we'll try a little inside run play. Mix it up a little bit. Doesn't work, but the pass does. Landry's fine in a rhythm, potentially. 2nd and 5 doesn't work. 3rd and 10 doesn't. But we're on the board. 17-3. If the defense can set up there and we can start running the ball better. Bubble screen maybe? Nope. QB power does work. Draw play works for 9 yards. That's getting us somewhere. The smash then does break through for 15. 13-yard pass from Landry to Mitchell. Little draw play doesn't get us anywhere. We're going to try to do a short pass. Let's do the curl. Oh, intercepted right there. We thought the momentum was coming for us. The defense did their job yet again. Interception. Landry's getting picked apart. His nerves are getting the best of him. And we had our chance. We had a chance to close it to a 1-score game. We were stopping them, and they put the hammer down on us. We beat ourselves with interceptions. We beat ourselves. And that game got out of hand. A lot worse than it should have been. We'll just finish this one out. Hats off to UMass. Finishing ranked. Landry, 3 interceptions and 18 of 41. We've got to get a better running game to go along with him. The running backs are all coming back, so they're going to improve. The offensive line is what we're going to need to work on. We need to work on the defense as well. Let's see. Where's UMass finishing? UMass is finishing 17th. They don't get into the playoff. Where did they end up? And where did we end up? We get the Birmingham Bowl. We'll take that. Where's UMass at? Finishing 17th gets them where? Are they playing? No. Oh, there they are in the Pinstripe Bowl against Memphis. We get Jacksonville State. We'll gladly take that one. We need the bowl victory. Hopefully we can get the bowl victory. That's the question. So let's see who we get coming in. There we go. We want a B rating overall running back, or potential with a running back, 3-star recruit, bringing him in. Safety, we get him from Hawaii. So he'll be okay. He gives us depth. Potential here with this defensive lineman. Offensive lineman potential. That's what we need. We have time to grow. We have the facilities to grow these guys up as well. A- potential running back. things are looking good for us there. And we are going to hopefully be able to go out there and win this game. So I will come back when we're ready for the bowl week. Okay, we are ready for the bowl game. Before we do, let's find out who wins the Heisman. Keegan Baugh from Ohio State. But hey, he's probably the guy who gave us Landry. Landry probably transferred. We got a quarterback from Mississippi, from Texas State, from Fresno State, and from Georgia. And Fresno's number 2. Wow. And the Heisman Trophy goes to the Georgia quarterback, 3,300 passing yards, 29 touchdowns. Congratulations, sir. Let's see what we get. Vincent Landry, first team all-conference player. He basically had what the Heisman Trophy did, just in an easier conference. Levi Edmonds, Joel Sullivan, our stud offensive lineman, gets first team conference. Offensive lineman sophomore. This is going to be our guy that we rally around because a lot of juniors, but we've got a lot of players in other positions that will be back. So we just got several all-conference players. We'll gladly accept that. And so now it is time to get ready for Jacksonville State. They are a pass-first team. They do run the ball well too, though. But last time we tried stopping the run, that didn't work too well against UMass. Their defense has been great. So we will hopefully get something going here. As far as recruiting goes, we did get 3 more recruits. A B- wide receiver. We were able to steal him from UMass, barely in that race. 69 overall coming in as well. And then a couple of potential linemen. That's what we want to see. We have the ability to maybe squeeze this one out. This is one we do have some NIL money at play for these two. We're going for these 2 tight ends. We're going to anchor with them. We could go after this guy, but since he's a C overall, we're going to save that money. So what I've been doing is I've been going to no offers and just kind of looking at what's out there. For offensive line, we need bench reps, and so I'm trying to figure out, is there anybody out here that can be a potential for us? Even if they're, 53, we'll take it because we've seen these guys to become our 4th or 5th lineman. There's no reason he can't. This is a may commit soon, a medium high. We need somebody a little bit better than if you're going to be a JUCO player, you better be a 7. Nah, see, he's not worth it. So let's go ahead and offer our scholarship to this guy. The rest, we've had a decent recruiting class, 21 commitments already. We might end up with 22, 23, 24. We could end up with 25 and not get anybody. We may have to make some cuts to make room for the transfer portal, but that's okay. We'll do that. I want to make sure it looks like everybody's doing well on our depth chart. And it is time to give this one a ride. We're in the Birmingham Bowl. This is a game that we have not played in, but Jacksonville State has won it. UMass lost it to Liberty last season. We've not played them before. It's going to be interesting to see if we can. We're favored by 2.5. We do have the talent on this one. So hopefully that means we can turn this into yet another bowl victory. We've had success in bowl games, and we're going to try to keep that success going. But, man, the defense has to stand firm for us to be able to do that. And they just went down in 7 minutes and tore us up. So we're going to start with that passing attack. Doesn't work. The outside zone doesn't work, and we get stopped right off the bat. And then they just have some massive plays. What was that? A 45-yard rush by their quarterback. 3rd and goal. We do make a stand on the goal line. That's what we want to see. A little fight from our players. Try the deep shot there on 2nd and 12. Doesn't work for anything. This is another one that's looking a lot like that UMass game. We can't get anything going. We're facing a team that's just potentially better than us, but if we can maybe limit the mistakes, maybe we can get something going here. 3rd and 4, QB power is not what I have in mind. The slants does work. Moving that ball, fullback dive doesn't get there, pass doesn't get there. Let's try a run. Actually, we don't really have a running quarterback, but it's so close. We're going to try to pound it in there with the dive strong, and we get there. Mark Rankin with the 2-yard run gets us within 6 points. Now we need that defense to stand firm, and they do. They bent, but they did not break, and now we have a chance to move the ball down the field. Going with our zone weak run play, picks us up 3, gives us an option. They don't know what we're going to do, but it didn't matter because they stopped us anyways. But we get the ball right back. Chance to score before the end of the half. Can't ask for much better than that. Tight end attack. Let's line up. Let's audible. And we're going to go with the flanker curl. Doesn't work. Tried to catch him off guard. Ooh, we do get a 15-yard pass to Levi Edmonds. Him and Landry are finding a little bit of a rhythm, it looks like. This is not going to be what we need. Actually, the corner pass. Oh, there we go. Mitchell with 15 yards on that one. Let's try a wide receiver quick. Catch him off guard. We get 4 yards. We still have a timeout. We don't need to go crazy on the deep shot. We get shot down. So we're going to try a run play. Get a little closer. It didn't work, but we do still get the 48-yard field goal to cut to the 3 points, and now we get the ball at the half down 13-10. Let's see if we can march that ball down the field. If only we had a more balanced attack. We've got some guys who can really block, but we just don't have the running game as strong as it has been in the past. Let's try this bubble screen. Gets us 4 yards. QB power doesn't get anything. I don't know why I run with him. He's not a runner. Just kind of mix it up, I guess, a little bit. There we go. Raymond Kidd, our tight end, picking up some yards. We're going to have some good tight ends potentially coming in soon, too. So that's what we like to see. But who needs them? Gale, tight end, gets an 11-yard reception. And what looked like a rough game from the start has shifted the momentum. Now Jacksonville State's determined to get it back, but they don't. And now we are marching that ball back down the field. But we get stopped fairly quickly, and now it's their turn. Okay, we are at the start of the fourth quarter. We are up. We're going to go into chew clock mode, see what we can do. We're on the 5-yard line. Broke through for 11 yards with Leonard Hartley, and we are trying to march that ball down the field. It is not working. Texas. Doesn't work. Got to punt it away. And here they come. Okay, we're up by 1. We're going to see if we can hold. Nope, we're not doing that. 1st and 10, Akron 35. Now we're at 2nd and 3. Draw play does work. Let's see. We've got down to 7 minutes. We're running the ball okay. If we can keep that ball on the ground and keep them. We've got to try that dive strong. Maybe they won't see it coming in. They don't. Rankin muscles his way up there for 9 yards. Let's keep the ball on the ground at the moment because we're chewing the clock. Want to start making them. If we can, there's one timeout. 3rd and 3, doesn't get there. Oh, and we missed the field goal, 30-yard field goal. This is their chance. 3rd and 7. Oh, they're going to do it. No, they don't. It's a fumble. Sacked by Jamari Kaufman. And Ashton Garner, who was injured, comes up and grabs it, and we get the QB kneel 17-16. What a win. Very balanced game. Very balanced game. Landry, you, sir, tip of the cap to you. You did so much for us, making first team all freshman quarterback. What a game for him. The game wasn't great, but what a season. He was there. He was leading us. He's got running backs who are going to improve and get better if we can give him the offensive line to protect him. His receivers are going to be back for the most part, and his running backs are going to be back. So I am positive that we are going to have something good here. And look at this. We got Phoenix Ledford from La Mesa, New Mexico coming into us. So there we go. That is a good way to end. Let's get to the end of this season. We're going to go ahead and go through the end of this season, get ready for the start of the new one before we wrap this episode up. Well. Once again, look who it is. Ohio State, the team we're trying to gun down, ends up winning another national title. We end up 43rd with a bowl victory, 11-3, a very good team. The AD loves us at the moment. We're up to a B on fan base passion increased. We kept both our promises, so we're up to 66% integrity. That's going to help us with recruiting as well, potentially, and get us a little bit more each time. So now it's a question of, can we keep our coordinators? I'm not sure that we will. So our head coach, we have maxed out. We get to upgrade a couple times, so don't get any new badges. Let's try to do offense already. I guess we'll at least do that. Offensive coordinator gets to bump up 1. No new badges for him. Let's do the recruiting. We need to get that up there. And the defensive coordinator, no new badges. But again, we're going to try to bump up the recruiting for him as well. Although I'm afraid we're going to lose both of these coordinators this year. Their locks are up. They're probably going to be, he wants to keep his options. Wants to keep his option open. So both of them are keeping their options open. We're here. We could renegotiate our contract. Contract means the coach cannot leave to another school. We get paid a lot. They can be fired. We don't want that. Coach cannot be fired. We don't get paid as much, but that actually helps us a little bit. Let's do that one. Maybe that will help convince these guys to stay, but I don't think it's going to work for us. I think we're going to lose them both. Oh, this is going to be rough if we do. Okay. Accept this. And now let's see. Justin Albright, he's going to Auburn to be the head coach. Can we make a counteroffer? Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't blame you. He gets a double lock $4.8 million guarantee. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck. Okay. We need to have a balanced playbook. Whoa. This guy's got potential. Actually, we've got Navy's has potential as well. A run first. Oh, here we go. 7 recruiting, but his training is junk. Balance. This may be what we need, an offensive CEO. He's 7 already on play calling. He's already 5-4 there. 7 with a 10 recruiting. We want the play calling and the training if possible. So we could go after this guy. What are we? We're pass. Wait, we are run first. Ooh, this would be extra synergy here. But we have a quarterback that's really good. So this is our guy, I think. West Virginia. He can do run block recruiter. All skill players get +1 evasion and speed, and he has an extra offensive coordinator training in preseason. Adam Yates. He's been an offense coordinator for 7 years. His play calling is not too bad. This one's play calling is better. All skills get +1 evasion. Okay. +2 ball carrier vision and quarterback IQ. +5 evasion when blitz. All skills players get +2 catching and route running. Not bad. What's Marcus Foreman? He's the other one. Increase the developer, our wide receiver development, and offensive practice bonuses are 20% more effective in game +1 audible. We don't need the audible. That recruiting's going to be bad, but we already are so far behind in the recruiting pitches. You know what? Let's go for him. Let's do it. We're going to do coach cannot leave until 20th. They can be fired. Let's do this one. Okay, we'll do that. Defensive coordinator, he's going to Iowa to be the head coach. We can't convince him. We are a 3-4 aggressive zone. So we want to try to find somebody who's kind of in that mold. He's not bad. 5 defensive play calling. He's already got these other things going for him. Defensive line developer, big hitter recruiter, durability, 20% less chance roughing the passer. Defense gains tackling and pursuit. This guy's pretty good. Nobody else in the aggressive zone category is better than him. In the 3-4 category, we do have a defensive genius, lockdown corners, strength, block shedding. That's appealing, and he's a better play caller. We could use the 3-4. I think we're going to go for him. Mr. Nicholas Ross. There we go. Coach lock him. So we got to balance, run first, get a lot of extra synergy there to help for our play calling. And here, 3-4, aggressive zone. We'll do that. I like the aggressive zone defense. We're going to see how this goes. Okay, that's going to be interesting. And we've got players leaving, 1 in the mock draft potentially. We're going to have talent coming back. That's exciting. We have NIL money, but I don't know that we have anybody left. Well, I don't know that we have any recruiting spots left over. So now let's see if we have anybody transferring. The problem is we've already got almost 25 commitments. We've got 24, so we may not be able to bring anybody from the transfer portal because I went too aggressively after our high school recruits, which I like building them anyways. There are some people that are looking at transferring, so let's see who they are. At the quarterback position, Jeffrey Kaiser, you, sir, can go because you're not going to be playing behind either one of these two. We've got two other guys coming in. Yeah, he's welcome to leave. As far as running backs go, nobody's looking to leave. That's good because we need to try to build up some depth there. No one in the wide receiver category is looking to leave, and we've got some talent coming back. Tight end, oh, this guy. We're going to cut him down the road probably. But we need, oh man, we're thin. Offensive line, we are super thin. One guy, but then the others are all young with a lot of potential, but they're going to need to get better quick. Look at these walk-ons, but with lots of potential. I like us down the road to do that. Kickers, don't have to worry about defensive line. Do we have anybody looking to leave? No, we don't. But again, we're thin. We're not going to be as good a team unless we can really get these facilities going. Okay, so this is where a chance to convince him to stay. We'll pay him. And we'll pay him, actually. We can pay them both because we're not going to be doing too much recruiting this offseason. Cornerbacks, you, sir, are going to be our top one. You'll get 40% of the snaps, no doubt. Junior, sophomore. We want to keep these guys here. I think you can get him 40%. And we can pay you. As far as safeties go, he's a junior. He's probably not going to get, what are we at? We still have $3.5 million. Let's go ahead and pay him. Keep him around. We don't know. We may need him. We might be able to move him into a different position. So we're letting our quarterback leave. Everything else, we still have plenty of spots left to bring in recruits, except we have so many, again, people coming in that it's not going to matter. So hopefully we're going to be able to get ourselves at least somebody coming in, but we have another tight end on that, but we need an offensive, we just need an offensive lineman. We did have somebody get drafted. Joel Sullivan went in the 5th round, pick number 18, 3-time all-conference player. Good job. Hall of Fame inductees, nobody. For us, Ring of Honor, did Joel Sullivan make it for us? He did. Akron Ring of Honor. We don't get an all-time record updates. That's okay. We didn't get any. We do have some new passing yards per games. We're going to have Mr. Landry, racking up those. He's going to rack up our career records as well. So now it's time for some off-season recruiting. There's not much to do because, again, we can bring in new ones. That's right. We can only do 25 high school recruits. Okay, so we still have potential to do something well here. And so I'm going to get through the off-season recruiting. We'll come back for signing day and add to our facilities and stuff to get ready for our next season. But we'll wrap it up after we get through all this off-season stuff. Signing day has arrived. Let's see what we've got going on here and what Coach Taylor's brought in. Our tight end that we put money towards, high school recruit, a gem of a player. We barely lost out of him to Bowling Green, no less. That one's a crushing blow. Couldn't get this guy. We knew we wouldn't. That's okay. Jason Gill, not going to get him either. Now we get into the transfer portal. I thought we had a shot at this guy. Enrique Dio, 77 A+ potential. Unfortunately, Hawaii, we didn't have enough to give him the NIL. We could have maybe won it, but we spread out the NIL money elsewhere, hoping to pick up these other ones, some just more instead. So we did get a 68 B- overall coming from Boston College. We didn't put any NIL money to him. This is one we had a shot at. 467 points, 300,000 was not enough. We got close. Here's another one we had a shot at. 61 points we missed out on. Could have used that 180,000 and would have sealed the deal. I think we've got a shot at Bobby Bryant. We did get him. Good shot at here. 71 overall, A-. We got some offensive linemen we're filling in. We didn't get him. This would be a real coup to get this guy. Redshirt junior, yes, but 71 overall, A- potential. We're going to take that because he's going to plug right in to fill the gaps. Here's another one. If we do get him, a wide receiver, trying to get him from Ohio State. We didn't really go after him. Same for this guy. We've got a few down here at the bottom that if we have room for them, we'll be able to bring them in. These are guys who are freshmen with potential to, again, help us down the road. We do lock all of them up. So things are looking good. And I like our recruiting class here. We've got some solid potential and depth for down the road. We don't have the best recruiting class by any means. We can go down here. We're probably going to be around 90 to 100. Well, even worse. 107. That's one of our better ones. But again, we don't really care about that. But this is what we want to see. We want to see the offseason booster updates, the school updates, and we are now up to a level 5 prestige. That's going to help us a lot when it comes to things. It's going to help us with recruiting and other stuff. We're going to max out this NIL to 11 million now, resolve our coaching debt, cover the maintenance on everything, and then we're going to see what we have. And if we can increase those facilities even more, we will. Our marketing is abysmal, and so are the academics. So we have 17 million left, so we're going to add 1 million to everything and then go 2 million to the facilities. And then see if we have the ability to, with 11 million, we cannot move up there, nor there, nor there, nor there, or there. So we're going to do another million to each of these. Stadium gets another million. And then we're just going to pump everything else into facilities. That should get us where we have a shot to get up to level 9 next time around. This is what we're building on until we can get our recruiting up there. Now, prestige is getting better. Actually, let's pull back a couple million and go after marketing. That helps us with the NIL boost. And now we're close enough next time. I think we should be able to get up to level 3 if we have a good, solid season. But we're up to level 5. We got to continue to climb this prestige and see where we can get. But 50 million is a nice boost. We brought in lots of money. Conference TV deal didn't do us. The conference game got us a 1.5. We've got 4.5 from winning the bowl. So that is good news. And that's a bowl game we can get back to. Pick up another couple million from that. That would be nice. Hopefully we keep our boosters. We got a 5-star prestige, or what are we picking up? We kept everybody and we get a bronze booster. So we're not going to get a lot of money from him, but a rush offense booster, we know we can work with that, so that's good. We aren't going to see any realignment this time. We could try to force a realignment, but I don't think we're ready to do that yet. We're tied with UMass and Buffalo as far as prestige goes, so there's no reason to do that at the moment. I don't remember where our former MAC teammates, our conference mates went to, so we're not going to worry about trying to hunt them down. And we are almost ready then to see where we're at. So we'll set up the schedule so we know what we're going up against. We still have to finish out Ohio State. We could do that week 1. Go ahead and go after them. We could finish out Troy. We could finish out Navy. That would open up our schedule a lot for the next time. I don't think we need the money necessarily. These are 2 games we can win. So we take a shellacking in the first game. And then just go out and try to crush things. UMass we have on our schedule. Everybody else, there's no reason we can't beat everybody else. UMass is the toughest one. Buffalo is going to be tough. I don't know what our team's going to be like. That's the question. So our schedule's locked in. We are ready to advance the new year. And that means we will wrap this episode up here. Thank you for joining me on this one. We are getting closer. We are building this program. We are getting there. We're going to see where we stack up against Ohio State, who are winning national titles like crazy. I would argue we're the second best team in Ohio now, and we're getting better and better and better. And I'm looking forward to the next season to see what we can do and see what it has in store, and can we grow this thing even more and continue to build and get ourselves set up to move and advance in the conferences. So, again, thank you for joining me. Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.